Have you ever sat and wondered, who will I be in 5 years? 10 years? How about 20? It's a fascinating question, and what's even more fascinating is that your brain already has an idea. It's constantly playing this internal movie, a phantom version of your future self. But how accurate is that movie? Is it a true prediction, or just a really convincing piece of fiction? Let us get one thing straight. This concept of your future self is on some mystical crystal ball vision. It's a mental construct, a powerful projection created right inside your own head, and it's not just a daydream. This perception, this internal image of who you're becoming, has a huge impact on your life right now. It influences the choices you make, the habits you form, and the goals you pursue today. It's the silent director behind the scenes of your present actions. So, understanding this phantom future you isn't just a fun thought experiment. It's key to understanding why you do what you do. We're going to decode this process, separate the brain's perception from cold, hard reality, and learn how to bridge that gap. So how exactly does our brain conjure up this future version of ourselves? Let's dive into the neuroscience. Think of your brain as having its own built-in crystal ball, located in your prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain responsible for planning, decision-making, and complex thought. It's constantly running simulations, creating what-if scenarios to help you navigate the world. A key part of this is something called episodic future thinking. This is your brain's incredible ability to mentally time travel. You're not just thinking about the future in an abstract way. You're actually placing yourself there. You can imagine yourself walking into a new job on the first day, feeling the nerves and the excitement. You can picture yourself on a vacation you haven't even booked yet, feeling the sun on your skin. Your brain rehearses these future events, creating a rich, detailed experience. But here's the catch. This simulation is heavily biased by your present self. Your current feelings, experiences, and moods color your vision of the future. If you're feeling down and unmotivated today, your brain is more likely to project a future self that is also struggling. If you're feeling on top of the world, you might imagine a future where everything goes perfectly. This present self-bias means your brain's crystal ball is often foggy, reflecting more about who you are right now than who you will actually become. It's a powerful tool, but it's far from perfect. So, your brain builds this detailed picture of your future. You've got it all mapped out, the career, the relationships, the person you'll be, but then, life happens. Reality has a funny way of throwing unexpected twists into our best-laid plans. The brain's perfect perception often shatters when it collides with the real world. Think about it. Unforeseen external factors can completely change the game. A global economic shift could make your dream job obsolete. A personal crisis could force you to reevaluate your priorities entirely. These are things your prefrontal cortex probably didn't include in its simulation. Life is not a controlled experiment. It's a chaotic, beautiful mess of variables we can't always predict. There's also a fascinating cognitive bias at play here called the impact bias. This is our tendency to dramatically overestimate the emotional impact of future events, both good and bad. We think winning the lottery will bring us eternal happiness, or that a breakup will leave us shattered forever. In reality, our emotional state tends to return to a baseline much quicker than we anticipate. We are more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. Just look around you for examples. How many people do you know who are living the exact life they envisioned when they were 20? Very few. People's lives often diverge significantly from their initial mental blueprints. A future lawyer becomes an artist. A person who swore they'd never leave their hometown ends up living across the globe. Reality isn't a straight line. It's a winding road with detours, and that's not a bad thing. It's just life. The gap between our brain's neat projection and reality's messy plot is where real growth happens. Okay, so we know our brain's vision of the future is often flawed, and reality is unpredictable. Does that mean we should just give up on planning and let the chips fall where they may? Absolutely not. The real power lies in consciously bridging the gap between perception and reality. It's about creating a future self that is both inspiring and adaptable. So, how do we do that? First, let's talk about the power of intentionality. Instead of passively waiting for your imagined future to unfold, you need to take deliberate action. Your future isn't something that happens asterisk to asterisk you. It's something you actively build, one choice at a time. If your future self is healthier, what small action can you take today to move towards that? A short walk, swapping soda for water. Intentionality turns a vague dream into a concrete plan. Next, we need to explore the concept of future-proofing your mindset. The world will change, your circumstances will change, and you will change. The key is not to have a rigid, unbreakable plan, but to develop resilience and adaptability. Think of it like building a ship. You don't just build it for calm seas, you build it to withstand storms. Future-proofing your mindset means accepting that challenges will come and trusting in your ability to navigate them. It's about being less like a rigid oak tree that can snap in a storm, and more like a flexible bamboo that bends but doesn't break. By combining deliberate action with a resilient mindset, you can start to align your perceived future with a path that is both ambitious and grounded in reality. So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's simple but profound. Your brain's wiring isn't a fixed destiny. It's a dynamic, ever-changing system that you have the power to influence. The story your brain tells you about your future is just a first draft, and you hold the pen to edit it. You can rewire your perception of your future self. How can you do this in a practical way? Let's get into some tips. First, try future journaling. Don't just write about one ideal future. Write about several. What would your life look like in 10 years if you took a completely different career path? What if you moved to a new country? This is called scenario planning. It helps break the illusion that there's only one correct future, making you more mentally flexible. Another powerful technique is to have a conversation with your future self. Write a letter to the you of 10 years from now, and then try to write a letter back from their perspective. What advice would they give you? What would they tell you to worry less about? This exercise can create a stronger, more compassionate connection to the person you are becoming, making your long-term goals feel more immediate and important. Ultimately, I want to encourage you to actively engage with your future self. See it not as a static destination you have to reach, but as a continuous journey of evolution. Your future self is a co-creation between your brain's incredible power of projection and the deliberate choices you make every single day. Start that dialogue today. Be curious, be intentional, and be open to the unexpected twists along the way. Your future is unwritten, and you are the author. Thanks so much for watching. If this sparked some new ideas for you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how your brain works. See you in the next one.